What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey, joined today with Rob from Warrior Hockey to talk about Warrior curves. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming when you see 10 plus options on the website. So if you had to break it down nice and easy, how would you describe your curve offering?
Yeah, so for us, I think we have, a small number of kind of key curves. We have our W03, our W28, our W88, our W90TM, and then a max height version of our W03 are really our core blade patterns.
And then the W03, that kind of seems to be almost an industry standard with that W28. If you had to describe the features that really make those stand out as being popular, how would you do that?
Yeah, so I think they're two different, approaches. The 28 has gotten really popular in the last few years. The W28 is more of a toe curve, a mid toe, so you got a little more hook there. It's really great for those curl and drags. Players are shooting it off the toe of the stick a lot more now and kind of pulling it in and letting it go. Whereas the W03 is a little more of that traditional, like if you don't know what you're looking for, the W03 is kind of where you're gonna go. It's a mid curve, a little bit more of an open face, gives you a lot of control and accuracy on slap shots, wrist shots, all that sort of thing. And the 28 is kind of that pure shooter's curve.
And that's why there's a new curve, kind of, that W90T as well. That's really kind of the sweet spot in between those two for those players that are progressing. Because correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a W03 through the mid first half, then the toe is a W28.
That's
right?
exactly it. So, you get kind of that catching passes and stick handling surface that you have on the W03 through the heel and in the midsection, but then kind of that toe curve for that shooting and those curl and drags like I talked about. And then you get a little extra surface area on it as well. It's a little taller than your average curve, especially a W28. So a little more surface area of catching passes, stick handling, and all of that sort of thing.
And that's the great benefit of the max blade heights. It's better for tipping, face-offs, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Now, there's a few other curves that we see in a select few price points as well. How would you maybe briefly describe those two, even though they're not nearly as popular?
Yeah, so I think the couple that are still out there and they're kind of like cult followings a little bit is the W02, which has a lot of similar properties of a W03, a little bit more open of a face and a really hard square toe. And that's a big if you know type of blade pattern. I think everybody playing in men's league has at least one guy that's using the W02 on their team, and they'll never change it. And then the W05 is a little bit of a flatter curve, really good for control and stick handling. And same thing, kind of that old school approach to a blade pattern, and you don't see a lot of them around the rinks anymore.
Yeah, and if you do, it's probably on a 5-year-old stick at least, right?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect, Rob. Well, hey, thanks for having us out here and walking us through your curve line.
Yeah, no problem.
And for you at home that want to check out all the curves that are available from Warrior Hockey on their sticks, head over to icewarehouse.com.